What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in and watching my videos. I appreciate your appreciation and I love every single one of you guys. And we got another interesting video today, and it's about John Lilly. Now, who is John Lilly? I've only found out about John Lilly recently, in the last couple of months. John Lilly is the guy who developed the isolation tanks, which everybody praises so mightily these days, right? Everybody's preaching about isolation tanks and float tanks and how they, deprive you of your senses and you connect you to your spirit, connect you to your soul, connect you to your source and higher power. Well, those mighty inventions were mighty tanks were invented by John Lilly. John Lilly is a very interesting guy that I'm just getting to know. Like, I am still watching not a documentary, like an interview with him. I barely know the guy, but he just seems so fascinating already. Reading a little bit about him, he was a doctor, a neuroscientist, a psychoanalyst, and a fellow psychonaut who experimented with psychedelics. And what this crazy motherfucker used to do, he used to go into those tanks, those isolation tanks that he invented, and he used to fucking get loaded on psychedelics. And he used to have extraterrestrial contact and talk with like angels, talk with entities, and have really, really weird things, right? So I'm just gonna share some of his findings here. And his finding is called, one of his theories is the ECCO. Now, what is the ECCO? I'm going to read it out for you guys, okay? ECCO is Earth Coincidence Control Office. That's what it stands for. And so these are his findings from having conversations with these extraterrestrials in his isolation tanks with the use of psychedelics. So, now in his words, ECCO runs our lives. Though we won't admit it, if you're an ECCO agent, you can be very, very careful to use your best intelligence in ECCO's service, and you realize there are no discoveries, there are only revelations. That was a calm down for me as a scientist. So, it's going to be a little bit of a video if you're interested to hear it, okay? Because we're going to have a discussion after. So, ECCO description. In one's life, this is his words again, in one's life, they can be peculiarly appropriate chains of related events that lead to consequences that are strongly desired. After such experiences, one wonders how such a series of events developed. Sometimes there is a strong feeling that some intelligence greater than ours directed the course along certain lines, which he, she is programming. You guys know how much I love to talk about this video game being a simulation, and how it just seems like a program, like a simulation. Several years ago, I enunciated a format for such a concatenation of events. Anyway, I'm too much of a dumbass for these words. So, these are his words again. There exists a cosmic control center, CCC, with a galactic substation called Galactic Coincidence Control, GCCC, within which is the Solar System Control Unit, SSCU, within which is the Earth Coincidence Control Office, which is ECCO. The assignments of responsibilities from the top to the bottom of the system of control is by a set of regulations, which translated by ECCO for humans is somewhat as follows. So I'm going to read you guys the conditions. Apparently, so what he's saying, essentially, there's like some fucking hierarchy for this shit to control coincidences and synchronicities, right? That's what he's saying. That's again, that's his experience. The guy fucking invented the tank. I want to listen to a guy that invented the float tank. I'm gonna listen to what he has to say. I'm gonna take it in with very open mind and open ears. So, to all humans, if you wish to control coincidences in your own life on the planet Earth, we will cooperate and determine those coincidences for you under the following conditions. So I guess now he's speaking in the words of the people who set the synchronicities, whoever the fuck they are. I call them the hackers. Number one, you must know, assume, simulate our existence in ECCO. You must be willing to accept our responsibility for control of your coincidences. Again, the concept of surrendering. Number 3, you must exert your best capabilities for your survival programs and your own development as an advanced member of ECCO's Earthside Corps of Controlled Coincidence Workers. You're expected to use your best intelligence in this service. Number 4, you're expected to expect the unexpected every minute, every hour of every day and of every night. It's my favorite one. You must be able, number 5, you must be able to maintain conscious thinking slash reasoning no matter what events we arrange to happen to you. Some of these events will seem catastrophic, overwhelming. Remember, stay aware. No matter what happens, apparently happens to you. This is the concept of everything happens for a reason. And when you have bad things happen to you, things you don't want, things that make you feel bad or whatever, there is a purpose to them. And your job is to see the purpose in that. That's the concept again. Number 6, you are in a training program for life. There's no escape from it. We, not you, control the long-term coincidences. You, not we, control the shorter-term coincidences by your own efforts. Number 7, your major mission on Earth is to discover / create that which we do to control the long-term coincidence patterns. You're being trained on Earth to do this job. Number 8, when your mission on planet Earth is completed, you will no longer be required to remain / return there. Number 9, the final one. Remember the motto passed to us from GCCC via SSCU. Apparently, this is the motto passed from higher hierarchies, okay, that control these coincidences and everything. Cosmic love is absolutely ruthless and highly indifferent. It teaches its lessons whether you dislike them or not. Yeah, that's fucking cool as fuck. Okay, this guy has claimed, and to me, his claims are quite reasonable, that he's had extraterrestrial contact. He's had contact with aliens, he calls them the Earth Coincidence Control Office. Apparently, they're just an office, part of a greater thing, and there's like coincidences and synchronicities. There's like stations for like the solar system, and we're just like an office, these hackers. Now, what is really freaky is when I got into this, I started to read this a few times a day. I don't really do it as much, but I think I should do it again. I'm gonna start doing it again now that I'm making a video on it. I started to read this stuff a few times a day, just for the fuck of it. I'd fucking get microdose in the morning and I just read it and I'd fucking crack up. I just laugh. And then I'm like, all right, let's go on about my day. And I swear to God, for that 1 week, I was like reading this stuff and really contemplating it. I've had so many fucking absolutely absurd and just crazy coincidences and synchronicities happen to me. Like with the odds being so fucking low of these synchronicities and coincidences happen. And so the more I read this stuff, the more I tuned into that frequency, and the more it made sense to me that there is some validity to this. Again, the guy, this is his own experience. The guy would fucking get loaded on psychedelics and then he'd go into the isolation tank. Yeah, you're probably gonna fucking talk to extraterrestrials, man. You don't even need a tank. You just need 5 grams in either silent darkness or go to the woods, and some shit's gonna fucking happen. You're gonna talk to something. You're gonna hear the voice of something, and you're gonna know it's not you. You're gonna know you're being spoken to, let alone going into a float tank. The guy was clearly ahead of his time, and I want to listen to it. I want to take it. I want to just sort of entertain it. And I'm always, here's the thing with me, right? You might look at me and think you're a fucking crazy wacko with your ideas and theories and to me, my philosophy on life, my sort of approach to life as of late, if it makes you laugh, if it makes life more fun, if it makes your approach to life seem more childish, more kid-like, more carefree, and it makes your life more fun, and it adds laughter and humor and optimism and positivity to your life, I wouldn't mind adopting it as part of my belief system. And so I kind of don't mind adopting what I just read that there is an ECCO, it controls your coincidences for you, and these are the rules and whatever. Especially that if reading every single rule, it applied directly into my life. You know, like it directly applied. And that the fact that as I started to read more and more into it, and again, I had a week period where I was like contemplating this heavily and reading this like a few times a day. And it was just fucking synchronicity after synchronicity, coincidence after coincidence, almost as if the hackers, those fucking guys in ECCO, whoever the fuck they are, as if they've like saw me tune into their realm and said, we're gonna show you what we're capable of. We're gonna show you what we're capable of. Here is a coincidence and here's a synchronicity. Fuck you, fuck you. You don't want to believe in it? Okay, fuck you. Here, this, and this, and this. And funnily enough, as I started to sort of stray away from that and go on about different things in life, and then I sort of lost tune with the synchronicity realm, with the synchronicity dimension, and so the synchronicities happened less and less. So whatever it may be, whether this is true, not true, I'm scratching the surface on this guy, John Lilly. But I will be heavily invested in his ideas, and he's sort of, you know, a guy that I want to inquire into. It seems like even looking at him, seeing him in an interview, you can tell like the guy is about something. He's about something. Like you can tell, this guy's about something. But what seems to be true, and I think this is very objective, is that everything is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Meaning, if you tell yourself, I'm going to have synchronicities happen to me now, and this is true, you accept it as true. Oh, there is an ECCO, and these are the rules, and you must surrender to them, and you must expect the unexpected every minute of every hour, and your mission on earth is to do this, this, and that. Then that seems to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. You'll start to have coincidences happen. You'll start to feel like you're on a mission. And what really captured me, for me personally, is the last two rules, or you know, there's the one number 7 and 8. Your major mission on earth is to discover, create that which we do to control the long-term coincidences patterns. You're being trained on earth to do this job. Number 8, when your mission on planet earth is completed, you will no longer be required to remain returned there. Now, something that I felt personally on psychedelics, and something that I felt even before psychedelics, and so the psychedelic came and really reinforced it: a sense of mission, a sense of purpose, a sense of I'm here on a mission. I have a mission on earth. They call it life purpose. They call it, whatever the fuck. There's so many names for it. But I've always felt like I am a man on a mission. I've always felt like I have a mission. I have to deliver the mission. And when I started dabbling with psychedelics, I went beyond the reasonable doubt that we are all on a mission here. There is a purpose to this. There's a meaning to it. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, nothing matters. And in the ultimate scheme of things, we all get there eventually. But within every incarnation, within every spawn, within every lifetime, there seems to be a meaning and a mission. And just like a video game, your character is sent out here. You have the hackers with you, helping you. These are the hackers, the ECCO. And then you communicate with the hackers, and they tell you, well, this is synchronicity, follow the clues. It's a video game, it's a puzzle. Follow the clues, follow the synchronicities. Trust us, where we got your best interests at heart, but you gotta do your best. I mean, rule number 3, you must exert your best capabilities. Do your best. We got your back. We'll just follow the clues. We do it through synchronicities. We're there. We're gonna help you out. You're on a mission. We want to help you accomplish the mission, because if you don't accomplish it, you're gonna have to come back and do this all over again. Resonates with me anyway. So I thought just share this with you guys, share the weirdness and the craziness of being a human being, of being alive, of being a self-aware life form that is self-aware of itself, that can communicate, that can use words and philosophy and worship gods and talk to higher beings. And really, it is quite something to be a human being, and we do not take a break and applause a programmer enough. I think that's what gratitude is. It's like, good job. This is brilliant. You know, it's like, you know, after watching a really nice movie, you know, the audience usually claps, right? You're like, wow, this is beautiful drama. In the same way, this is beautiful drama. It's a beautiful illusion. It's a beautiful dream. So thank you. You're really magnificent. That's it. God bless you all. I love every single one of you guys, but don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.